Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of My Toshis. It's your brethren, Crypto Blood. And if you're wondering why I'm sounding so proper today, well, you have to thank Dan R. His song request was calm voice when you say it's your boy Crypto Blood. Well, there you go, Dan. There's your calm voice. I want to give a shout out to my man, Sarge Crypto. He wanted to hear Nas' album done. And I said, I'll play that album. It's a fire one there, brother. It's a fire one. What's going on, people? Hope you guys are doing well today. Want to switch it up. Well, actually, Dan R wanted me to switch it up and do a calm, it's your boy Crypto Blood. I don't know if he was being sarcastic or what, but I did it for him, whatever. We're going to be talking about two things today. Well, actually three. I want to go over my TA. I told you guys yesterday that the markets were going to have to make a decision, and it had to be made soon, and we did make that decision. Unfortunately, it was to the downside. And this is why I tell you guys to always be reactionary in trading if you are a trader or trying to be a successful trader. You don't want to... this is the only time in life where you want to be reactive instead of proactive. Maybe there's some other times where that would be in your benefit as well. But you get what I'm saying. We're going to take a look at that. Also, Tether, man, is there are rumors about double spending going on with Tether. We'll take a look at that. And I did some more research into that and found out what's actually going on. Another article that I actually penned about 3 days ago, and it's pertaining to why the markets are going down further, why we're seeing this precipitous sell-off. And this one may actually, I think it's going to be a combination of things. It's not just going to be one catalyst. Like one event may cause a drop, but if you have a bear market, it's not because of one thing. It's probably a number of things lining up to make the sentiment be as it is in the market. So I'm going to take a look at this article, read through this article, and it's pretty cool, and I think it may have some merit. So we'll take a look at that. But first we got to take a look at the market cap. And as you can see, market cap is currently at $235 billion. Bitcoin's dominance at 43%. Wow, that is not a good indicator, people. 1 hour, we're looking fairly mixed, mostly to the red, though maybe the top five are more on the green side of things. But you look at that 24-hour and 7-day steep sell-offs going on here, guys. We're shedding a lot of market cap from these coins and tokens. So what I wanted to go over with you guys was what I drew yesterday, and it did exactly what I thought it needed to do, but I didn't know which way it would go. I zoomed in, as you can see, I drew this pennant, and I said yesterday in the next few hours we're going to have to make a decision, and we certainly did that. Boom. Took a turn to the downside. The breakout was a bearish one out of that pennant. We're now, honestly, the only thing that's holding us right now is the previous low of 57.96. However, we saw this wick here. Zoom in some more. This is a indecisive wick. My expectation is that we may, if I take this line and just stretch that out, my expectation is that if we do see a run up, the run up will only be as high as this line here, the top side of the pennant that we broke through. So if we see a run up, we may see it go up like this and then head further down. That's kind of where I'm standing right now. I am more bearish than I was yesterday for sure in the markets, unfortunately. Let's take a look at this first article though. It is out of Crypto Globe. It says here, breaking, new research suggests suspicious Tether trading on Kraken's exchange. New research published today has highlighted what appears to be very unusual trading of the stablecoin. The new analysis published by Bloomberg examines Kraken's trading data for USDT, drawing attention to several suspicious features, which it describes as akin to defying gravity. In the world of exchanges, looking at more than 56,000 trades between May 1st and June 22nd, the study observed two very unusual features in particular. Firstly, huge trades seem to have moved prices almost exactly as much as small trades. and often even less, a feature experts view as a red flag for market manipulation. Second, the data revealed a pattern of strangely specific order sizes, some of which extend to over 5 decimal places, potentially used as a signal to automated trading programs. The report explains that these specific trades might be suggestive of wash trading, tactic banned in regulated markets, which people trade with themselves to create a false impression of market demand. Yeah, I'm sure that's going on for sure. It's been going on for as long as I can remember in cryptos and of course in traditional markets as well. So it says here, prompted by ex-poker player Andrew Renhack's speculations about Kraken's exchange tether trade data, Bloomberg News investigated the data themselves and shared it with several experts in the field, all of whom agreed that it points to suspicious activity. And yeah, you guys got to let me know about this. And this is in conjunction with something else I read about, and I'll try to link this if I can find it. But there were some double spend activities occurring or was found. So basically, and this is out of, I'll find the link, it's out of Bitcoin.com, their news section. A Chinese security firm has found that actually there was a double spend on Tether, which is crazy. You shouldn't be able to double spend Tether, you would think, with it, not being a POW coin. But it looks like this has happened. Some of the headlines probably are blowing this out of proportion. It was a double spend of about 694 Tether, so about 694 bucks. And it was really due to how this exchange handled it. It wasn't actually Tether or the Omni network. But that doesn't help Tether's already tainted view in the cryptocurrency marketplace. So I don't know, man. That Tether can't catch a break between double spend and this whole situation with Kraken and having seen that they're using Tether to manipulate the markets. This is only another strike on Tether's name. Will this cause any issues in the near future? I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think it could continue to go on. I would have to really sit down and think about what would show Tether's hand and force them to basically destroy a lot of tokens, or I don't know how they would have a margin call. And so I guess it's really like the US dollar. Like if everyone's playing the game, then it will continue to go on. So you guys let me know, what do you think? I know many of you are very fed up with Tether. There are some other ones coming online. I did a sponsored interview earlier this week about a coin called Sin Token. They're actually non-collateralized, so you don't have to worry about the whole backed by this fiat or a commodity or asset. It's more backed by an algorithm. And then you've got Trust USD. That's a new one. They're collateralized. So there are a few options for you. You don't have to use Tether. Best believe that stable coins are here to stay, and they will be utilized and will help bring liquidity to this market, which is good. We have to have liquidity. So they'll become more and more popular. So let me know your thoughts on that Tether joint. Also, out of AMB Crypto, this is what I really was interested in. And this is a theory proposed by Blockchain Capital Partner. And I thought that this was actually a really good theory. And so that's why I wanted to cover it and have that dialogue with you guys. It says here, Bitcoin price suppressed by hedge fund redemption. That's a good one. Many of you may know about what hedge fund redemptions are, and we know that there are hedge funds within the cryptocurrency realm that are playing in this new industry. So let's take a look at what this is saying here. In one of the worst bull runs since the correction of February, cryptocurrency market has been in a slump. And as of today, it is in a correction of 190 days, which is approximately 6 months. Bitcoin in particular has taken a hit, shedding 69% of the value from its all-time high. It is currently trading at 622, which was this article is a couple days old, so we know we're lower than that now. Spencer Bogart, a partner at Blockchain Capital, spoke on the recent bearish trend in the market. He does hold an extremely bullish view on Bitcoin and gave his reasons for believing so. He says a lot of the ICOs are very overvalued. That's what I've been saying since January, guys. Bitcoin has the mind share, the distribution, and almost every major country has a major fiat on-ramp. He also said that Bitcoin is the safest from a regulatory perspective. This is in respect to the SEC agreeing that Bitcoin is not a security due to the fact that it is decentralized and does not represent a stake in a company. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum are safe from being declared securities, says Bogart. He went on to say that Bitcoin has proven use case and that it has traction. He also stated that Bitcoin has demonstrated the ability to move value around the world and store it. And so, guys, the next two paragraphs are really the meat and potatoes of this article, and I want to make sure I highlight that. It says, on the current state of the market, Bogart stated that the dip might be caused by the 200 to 300 crypto hedge funds initiated in the summer of 2017. Listen to this. That particular period last year was a hotbed for investing in cryptos due to the upsurge in interest. He stated that as the funds are hitting the end of their 1-year lockup, investors are realizing that the price is down more than 50% in the year. This in return leads to the redemption of the funds, which means forced selling in the market. This indicates a continuation of the current bearish trend. And so that's why, guys, we're seeing every move up is being sold off. And so that's why we're seeing, if you look at every time we have a nice little pop in the markets, it's being sold off by these hedge funds because they're trying to get as much dollar for the Bitcoin as they can to give back to their clients. So that's why you're seeing that. And I have to agree, this is a very good point that he made, and I was overlooked by me. I didn't even think about this, but this is definitely why we will continue to see a precipitous sell-off until a lot of those redemptions are completed. The article goes on to say here, even as funds are pushing the price down, Bogart stated that prices are good to buy right now for Bitcoin. He says, I don't think trying to hit the bottom is a good strategy. Don't time the market and average into it. That's what I'm doing. And you got to listen to a pro. He knows what he's talking about. I've been saying that since I started this channel. You dollar cost average in and you dollar cost average out. You never pick the bottoms. And the ones that do, they can't do it consistently and over a year, 2, 3, or 4. It was just luck. I want to just say it was luck that they got the bottom when they did, or it was luck when they timed the top. No one knows all of the information in the markets, therefore it's always a gamble and it's always luck. So how do you mitigate that, not knowing where tops and where bottoms are? Well, you dollar cost average in and you'll get a nice average from your buys or your sells. You guys got to let me know. One last thing, I was doing some crunching, some number calculations. If you look at market cap at its high and we take an 80% retracement from that, that would be roughly $177 billion in total market cap. I've seen over the past years that I've been in cryptos, I've seen 80+% pullbacks. So at minimum, we could see a market cap of 177 billion. Where does that, as far as price for Bitcoin, where does that come? I don't know. I can't tell you what that price is. But if you look at the article that I just read, we're down roughly, it said 65%, but that was when Bitcoin was at 6,200, not too far off from that. So we could go lower for sure. We could definitely go lower. So just prepare yourselves for that. I think there's going to be a slow rise back to 10,000, 9,000, something like that. Hopefully we can make it by the end of this year. And of course, this is X any black swan. I was telling my buddy, you can't put black swans in your forecast because that's the whole point of a black swan. You don't know when it's going to come. So I have to exclude black swan events from my forecast. So X any black swan event, I'm saying $9,000, $10,000 Bitcoin, maybe like $8,000 to $10,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. And that would be awesome if we can get that. So let's see what happens, people. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. You know I keep it real, I keep it frank, and I want to keep informing you guys so you can make the best decision for yourselves. Gotta do your due diligence. That's it for today, people. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out. Nas' album is done. Yeah.